Most of the time when we do Reiki training, when people start Reiki training, they're doing it for themselves, for their own spiritual and personal practice, and for their own health and well-being, and to be able to treat their family and friends. But if we decide to set up a professional Reiki practice, then it all becomes very different. First of all, in Australia, we become identified as healthcare workers, and there's a national code of conduct for healthcare workers that we're legally obliged to abide by. So when we set up a business, when we set up any business, in fact, there are requirements like workplace health and safety and privacy legislation and infection control and others that any business needs to understand and comply with. And so that applies also to a Reiki practice, if that's what our business is. So because of that, and because Reiki training that's for the personal and spiritual practice doesn't cover these things and doesn't need to cover these things, Reiki Australia has developed a 6-unit course called Professional Development for Reiki Treatment that covers important knowledge and responsibilities for professional practice. The units are all done online, but there are written assignments which are assessed by a team of Reiki Australia practitioners. And people can choose to do, all of the units or some of the units, and they can do them pretty much in any order. We do encourage our practitioner members to do the whole course, but bit by bit, if that's the way that they want to do it. And as Sophia said, what we're celebrating today is that Kate is the very first person to have completed the whole 6 units and has earned a certificate in professional development for Reiki treatment.
Tell me, Kate, how do you feel after completing all the course?
Well, I just feel a real sense of achievement, and please, I've committed to it, and I think it's been worthwhile just doing it as well. So, you know, I would highly recommend it to as many people if they can do it. I just feel really pleased that I've actually accomplished something, and just to give that bit of a professionalism to the Reiki world, because I think it looks important when you're selling your business to your clients, that you've done everything as best you can.
The course has 6 units. I can briefly just say the titles. Codes of Ethics and Codes of Conduct, which is Unit 1, which is talks about National Code of Conduct for Healthcare Workers, and being really knowledgeable about it. And in this unit, Unit 1 is a prerequisite for all other units. But saying this, so then we have effective professional relationships, Unit 2, Unit 3, teamwork and managing conflict, Unit 4, records, privacy and referral, Unit 5, client and workplace safety, and Unit 6 is infection control. So because Kate completed all 6 units, Reiki Australia offered a bonus unit called Promoting Your Reiki Treatment Business. Annabelle, would you like to give us a little brief about this unit?
Yes, this is like an incentive for people to do all of the 6 units, because people don't get this until they've actually completed the course. There are no assignments for this unit, but the purpose of it is to help people with marketing their business you could be in a business but not marketing it particularly well, or you might be starting from scratch and just want some ideas about how to get yourself out there and notice. So there aren't any assignments for this unit that you have to send away, but there are activities that the student completes to help them to think about and plan for some of the things about having a business, and particularly how to promote their services to attract the clients that they want to work with.